What's up, everybody? It's Kevin from Call Shots Entertainment with another episode of Under Review. Today I'm reviewing BKOM Studios' newest roguelite bullet hell survivor game called Pathfinder, Gallowspire Survivors. Before we get into the review, I want to disclose that I was given a key for early access to this game by Paizo in exchange for this review. Right off the bat, I want to mention how simple navigating the menu is, or the game is. The layout of the menu is very easy to understand. There's 4 tabs up top: Adventure Party, Characters, Potions, and Quests. Each menu is neatly organized and easy to understand. Starting run also is very easy. You pick which character you want to control, which ally you want to bring with you, and the difficulty. That's it. The theme of simplicity continues with gameplay. You're dropped into your first run with no tutorial or instructions, but after the first 30 seconds, you pretty much have a handle of the game. There's your thumbstick, or if you're using a controller, or the keys on the keyboard to move around, and one button to use your character's ability. Like most bullet hell survivor games, the gameplay is very easy. Run around, don't die, kill enough enemies to go to the next level. In Gallowspire Survivors, you have side quests that are listed on the side of your screen that track your progress, and in the game when there's a chest or a potion dropped by a monster, there's a symbol that comes up, and it just gives you the general direction you have to go to find that item. The hardest part for me in this game was learning what the different potions and weapons do. After each run, your character earns gold and experience. Gold can be used to upgrade potions and unlock other abilities the potions can give you. And experience can be used to upgrade your character's stats. And when you level, you can buy unique traits for each character. At first, I felt like the game was a bit lacking in terms of variety, as without considering the difficulty, there's only 6 combinations of character you can take in a single run. But as I played more and more of the game, I found the different traits you can purchase, how you upgrade your stats, as well as the different weapons and passive abilities you can get during each run, more than makes up for the 6 combinations. Moving on next to graphics and sound. The graphics of the game are good, but not spectacular. The monster and levels are very detailed, but it wasn't eye-popping. I think that's by design. The aesthetic is very 8-bit to me. There's also art that is on the loading screens with some of the Pathfinder lore, and I really did enjoy that art. It was very pleasing to the eyes. The sound effects in the game give a nice little dose of dopamine as the chest creaks open to the clickety-clack of the die as you roll for your loot. At first I really didn't notice the music, but when I found myself deep in battle, I found myself humming or singing along with the music as I ran for my life. In terms of story, I haven't really been able to dive into the full game just yet, but the story of the game is based off some of my favorite Pathfinder lore. I will be very happy if the game dives deep into the lore about the Whispering Way, Tarbathon, and the Shining Crusade. So at the time of this review, I haven't been able to beat the game, so I can't really speak of any endgame content, new game plus, or replayability. But the first session I played was around 2.5 hours, and I only got past the first boss, which leads me to believe there's plenty bang for your buck. Personally speaking, a big selling point for me for this genre is the ability to not only jump on and squeeze in a run or two before work, but also the ability to sit and play the game for a decent amount of time. The simplicity of the game mixed with the difficulty to improvement ratio makes me feel this game will allow for both. Now that we have all the technical stuff taken care of, I'd like to speak on some of the random thoughts from my playthroughs. I absolutely love the chests and rolling for loot. It's such a nice touch and a nice callback to the Pathfinder tabletop role-playing game. The pure joy I got the first time I rolled for loot was amazing, even though I missed my first nat 20. But that was cool too. I really like the progression of the game. Some games feel frustrating as you die over and over again to the same floor before you upgrade enough to plow through. I never felt over or underpowered. I really enjoyed the boss fight. It felt unique, and it was tough, but not impossible. I also really liked some of the strategy involved with weapon selection. During one of my runs, I noticed that I struggled during a boss fight as I only had ranged weapons, so the next run I made sure to take some range and some melee, and it was a lot better. In conclusion, because that's how I'm ending this, I'm apparently in high school doing an essay for advanced English. I think this game is a really good example of the bullet hell genre. It's easy to pick up, it's challenging but fun. There's plenty of different weapons and abilities to choose from, as well as upgrades to your character and potions. In addition, If you are a fan of this genre and Pathfinder, I think you'll enjoy the lore attached to it. So that is my review of BKOM Studios' Pathfinder Gallowspire Survivors. Really hope you enjoy the game if you end up picking it up. If you want to discuss it, we have a Discord. You can leave a comment on this review. But I wanted to thank you personally for coming and listening to my review. This is under review, and next time I'll make sure Jay's here. Later.